Hello and welcome to Nature with Takras. Yeah, just kidding. It is Takras. Board games with Takras, of course, or Takras reviews. Well, this is on good old nature, right? Today we're going to talk about a board game with aliens. There are no aliens around today, luckily. It's not Brettspill. Some aliens. But not the Alien franchise. No, the other way, the Predator franchise. You know, the Aliens versus Predator. This game is... Did you hear something? This game is almost like Aliens, but somehow different. Okay, let's just...
Hello.
Hey, any predators around? Well, if there is, I'll just take out one of my multiple knives and probably die in the effort. Well, in this game you will gear up and you will try to defeat the predators. Or you can play as a predator and defeat the humans, or well, just get trophies. But the thing is, can you combine this game, Legendary Encounters, a predator deck building game, with Legendary Encounters, an alien deck building game? Well, I know the answer to that, so I will tell you during the video. But also, I will tell you why I like this game, which I do. So, keep on watching and I will give you a full, well, not a full, but I will give you my reason to buy this game. Okay, this game looks beautiful as all the Legendary Encounters. And this special playmat here is kind of useful as well, because when you try to pick up cards on the table, sometimes you need to pry your fingernail under the card and you can't catch it, but with the mat it's easy to pick up the cards, sleeved or not sleeved. Anyway, the mat is amazing. It looks awesome with the nice contrast and nice colors, and everything is organized. But this game is a deck builder game, and that means you have your own deck of cards. Each player has an identical set of cards and they draw cards on their turn. They have cards they can buy stuff with or kill stuff with. You kill the enemies and you buy more friends or allies. When you use your cards, your deck will soon be empty. When you need to draw cards and you can't draw anymore, you take all your old cards with the purchased cards, shuffle them and make a new draw deck. This way your deck will become stronger, and you'll have more options as you go. Also, the thicker the deck is, the harder it is to get the one card you want, so you have to manage that as well. And that is a deck builder in basic. I've set this up as a Predator game now. The game goes like this: you draw a card here, and you flip it over as a Predator. And this is a gear. This will be added to certain enemies that appear here, so humans. Humans will give you trophies, which will give you points, and at the end of the game, you win if you have the most trophies, even if you are dead yourself. Because you can be attacked by these humans, they will of course defend themselves, or you can be attacked by your neighboring predators, because you're just in the way. And yeah, they want to, maybe, or something, I don't know. Anyway, this game has a lot of interaction. The game plays exactly like Alien version of this game, except for the Predator version, which is not cooperative. But in the co-op games, you have two scenarios in this game, you can play just the same as Aliens. But you go through this deck here, and complete three objectives, and then you win the game as a team. As a Predator, you don't fight together, you fight against each other, and you have different sets of cards here to buy, you have different sets of events which happen here, and you don't have the objectives, you have traps and challenges and stuff. So they are very different from each other, but still the game plays the same, but the feeling is very different. So the alien cards, they have certain abilities that you can buy in the co-op version. In this co-op version, you still have cards to buy, but they are very different. They have cards which really highly depend on the coordinate cards, which are very important in this game compared to the other one. So this game, Predator itself, it's a very good standalone game, and it provides enough variety for me that I want to have both this and Aliens. Normally in this game, when you play, you take a card here and place it like this and move it further down the row. And you have to scan them, use the resources to scan them and flip the cards over. In Predators, as a Predator, you flip it face up, so you can immediately start killing it. You don't have to waste your resources on scanning the room, because you have the technology to know where the enemy is at all times. So just move it down, flip it, and kill it. So it's very much easier to kill the enemies here, but the enemies have hard effects on them, and you will feel that the game is really, really hard as a predator. Most likely all of you will die before this deck is empty, because these humans are so many. You know, humans will be stronger in numbers than predators. And you will also have other predators attacking you, just to give you wounds, or strikes as they're called. And the strikes can be either wounds, as in damage, or it could be negative trophy value. So the game is very, very hard, but of course you can play as co-op with predators, because the game is hard in that way, and it's hard the other way as well. But the feeling is still the same as the Alien version of this game. So I'm having a bit hard time to actually say if you could have both games, to justify that. I would like to have them, because the cards are so different in how you're going to build your deck and use the decks. But the big question is, can you combine this game with the Alien version?
The answer, my friend, is yes.
It is possible to combine these two forces here. Aliens versus Predator. So, that is a very good thing, right? Well, it depends. When you play the Predator version against the Aliens, you have to combine cards from both boxes. And to bring along 2 boxes on your gaming night, well, it's a bit too much, maybe. You use cards from here and cards from here, and the mats from this one. So if you're preparing, you can just take 1 box and just have the cards you need, but you need to sort out things and just make sure you have everything in order. Also, this game was not designed to be combined with this game when this was produced. So there are some events and rules that are changed by the rulebook here. So they seem a bit unnatural, and you have to look up the rulebook at times. And still, the game functions very nice. It's the same system basically, so it shouldn't be a problem to combine them, and it works nice. One thing though, if you play Predators versus Aliens, it's very hard. Well, I think so, at least, depending on the scenario you play and what kind of aliens you meet, because you want to not cooperate and give your enemies an advantage, but still you want to survive yourself, so you have to cooperate some bit, and that's kind of interesting, because yeah, you are on the same race, on the same team, but you're not on the same team, kind of. Anyway, I like both games a lot, and Aliens will give you 4 scenarios, which are all cooperative, while Predator will give you 2 scenarios, which are cooperative, and 2 which are not, they are competitive. Still, you can play the Predators as a co-op as well, so in that case you have 4 co-op games, with the one surviving the Predators and the other one hunting the humans as a Predator. And if you combine the powers of these two, well, you have a lot more to play. Also, some people on the web has created Aliens versus Predators versus Humans, which is insanely amount of rules changing. Well, you can, and that's a cool thing, they're the same system. So, can I recommend both? Yeah. Should you get both? Depends. For me, I prefer Aliens, but that is because I like the Alien movies. I recently just watched all Predator movies, you know, Predator 1, Predator 2, Predators, Aliens vs Predator, and all those things. And I gotta say, I only prefer the first one with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. The rest, Predator 2, well, at least I had Bill Paxton, but the movie was horrible, I think. And this game, simulates both movies as a co-op, and kind of, it's hard to look at the gangsters, which are so cool or mad. I don't know, just the theme or the movie just makes it fall flat. But as a game, with the exception of looking at the movies, it works very, very nice. So I can really recommend both games. But should you get either one? That's kind of up to you. Both are good, and co-op, not co-op, well, mostly not co-op. And they can be combined, which is the most important thing, right? Anyway, if you have the one, you don't need the other one, but if you want, there is no stopping you, and I couldn't discourage you from doing so, because I like both. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope I'll see you again in the next episode of Takras Reviews. See ya!